The woods can be dense for our acts. The sea can be deep for our diving. Hope comes and stops us in our tracks. Bravely we prove in our striving, trudging together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Good afternoon. Checking my Podbean. Oh, wow. Looks like somebody else found my podcast. I don't like jumping huge numbers or anything. It's actually quite slow. Like yesterday, I had 3 downloads, 5 downloads. I haven't been doing much, 46 in the last 30 days. That isn't bad considering I've been stagnant. But we've been downloaded 5,800 times. Well, cool. That means we get out. I don't worry about the numbers. I don't. They're like, here's some statistics, and they don't match anyway. They're like, you had 0 viewers, and I'll have like all these comments. Just doesn't make any sense. Oh, I think I know what's going on. Give me a second here. Okay, we're there. Okay, all right. Today was the day when they said that April 16th that that you couldn't share through third-party apps into groups. So I was hoping that this didn't get cut off, and it did not. So good. It's not going to affect us any. I'm going to get started about the 3-minute mark. We're going to be in the 12 by 12. I think it's at page 120. I will check that for you in case you would like to follow along. Yep, 120. Where we're going to be at in the 12 by 12. Still got the stiffers. All right. Hello. I'm going to blow my nose real quick, and I will be right back, and we will get started. I am back. Thanks for waiting. I appreciate that. I really do. Welcome to Daily Trudge. My name is Dion. Yep. I'm going to be your host today, foreseeable future. Good news. The friend that was lost has been found. The friend that was lost has been found. Gotta be accountable, people, or we will send the FBI looking for you. They're safe. They're safe. I told my one friend, I said, they're safe right now. We'll yell at them later. All right. I kind of stunk. I thought somebody was here. So, loners, but not alone on the 12 by 12. This is Sebastian. You don't see him very often. He doesn't like to be held. He likes to sit in my lap and be pet. That's why you never see him. But he's the cutie cat. He's the cutie, right? He's not my favorite. So I'll tell you this story real quick. So I had a cat. His name was Wade. He was my favorite cat in the whole world. And he either died and I don't know about it, or I think somebody stole him. So it'd been a little while. And my daughter had some kittens, so we went over there, and I almost always pick the runt. I almost always pick the runt. I know my stories are probably boring, right? But grandkids said, no, you need to take this one too because you want to keep seeing them. And now they come over there. They're like, what's your name again? I'm like, you made me take them. All right, let's get to it. People don't want to hear my personal life. They want to hear about this clearly because people keep jumping on and leaving. So we're going to go to page 120. Okay. And what we're talking about is a married life, well, a family life. All right. And I picked this one because I understand it. Not all of us are going to get our families back. It's not, it's not how this works, unfortunately. Um, I would like to say that I've noticed that most people do eventually. Okay. I'm at 8 years now, and I am just, my relationships with a couple of my kids are just now coming into fruition. It took a while. There was years and years of me being gone. They didn't freaking believe me, man. All right. So I had to take time. And that was probably one of the hardest parts, aside from my anger, which kind of went with it, of thinking that I may never get my kids back. AA has many single alcoholics who wish to marry and are in a position to do so. Some marry fellow AAs. How do they come out? Well, as long as both sides are working the program, they can turn out great, actually. Um, AA relationship. Oops, sorry. AA relationships are, if people are working the program and doing what they're supposed to do. They're some of the healthiest relationships I've ever seen. Okay, you'll hear them bicker, but you'll never hear them argue. You'll hear them bicker, but you'll never hear them argue. You'll never hear them say, they do this, they did that. No, it doesn't work like that. Most marriages in AA tend to work out if people are working the program. On the whole, these marriages are very good ones. Their common suffering as drinkers, their common interest in AA and spiritual things often enhance such unions. It is only where boy meets girl on AA campus and love follows at first sight that difficulties may develop. Treatment love. Treatment love. So I didn't go to treatment. There's no reason for me to go to treatment. I'll tell you what I would have done. I would have just flirted with the cute girls. There was no point. I'd already been to treatment. I needed detox and the hooch out of me and AA. That's what I needed at that point. Okay. Here's the difficulty. Here's the difficulty is if you go back on page 52 to the bedevilments, it says that we're having a hard time with personal relationships. Well, if we really want to understand, if we really want to be in love, then we're going to have to understand love first. That means we're going to have to learn how to love ourselves first, because you're not going to be able to love somebody else until then. Not appropriately. And by appropriate, I mean appropriate. Okay. The prospective partner need to be solid AAs and long enough acquainted to know that their compatibility at spiritual, mental, and emotional levels is a fact and not wishful thinking. They need to be as sure as possible that no deep-lying emotional handicap in either will likely rise up and under later pressure to cripple them. Considerations are equally true and important for AAs who marry outside of AA. With clear understanding and right grown-up attitudes, very happy results do follow. So, now we're going to kind of get on to the reading. What about the people that have no family left? Here we go. And what can be said of many AA members who, for a variety of reasons, cannot have a family life? At first, many of these feel lonely, hurt, and left out as they witness so much domestic happiness about them. If they cannot have this kind of happiness, can AA offer them satisfactions of similar worth and durability? Yes. Whenever they try hard to seek them out, surrounded by so many AA friends, these so-called loners tell us they no longer feel alone. In partnership with others, women and men can devote themselves to any number of ideas, people, and constructive projects. Free of meritable responsibilities, they can participate in enterprises which would be denied to family men and women. We see such members render prodigies of service and receive great joys in return. I know a lot of single people in AA. I know a lot, especially older. Okay. Um, Life is about being useful and having meaning in it. And sometimes that can come from a relationship. But because I am in a relationship, there are certain things I would not be able to go do that single people can do, right? Like plain old whoopee parties. I'm trying to get some light here. There we go. Okay. It's getting too dark. All right. Where the possession of money and material things was concerned, our outlook underwent the same revolutionary change. With few exceptions, all of us been spendthrifts. That's not what we were getting to. Um, you know, I was just in a meeting and I got to experience somebody else's joy, which I think is awesome. I love it. Um, and they were called to do a service position, but they were kind of beaten up on themselves, and you know, somebody in the group had reached out and said some things to them that you know um, some very encouraging words, right? And they went from kind of being isolated to, yeah, I'm gonna do that, just that little bit of encouragement changes whole person's attitude, right? when we take when we stop and take time for each other, you're doing so much more than you know, right? We're a people. I mean, loners. That's what I was called. I was a loner, man. What does that mean? It means nobody was around. It means nobody was around. I was a latchkey kid. My older brothers didn't want to be around me. I wasn't good at making friends. I was a loner. Okay. And in a sense, I still am a loner. I actually enjoy. I very actually much enjoy spending time by myself. Okay, but there's a balance in there. There's a balance in there. I need to have human contact, man. I need to be able to see and converse with other people. I can't become isolated and hope for fellowship. I am going to have to do something a little hard. Yeah, I'm gonna have to put my foot forward and hope it's not stepped on. Well, I'm going to tell you something. A lot of times in AA, when it comes to friendship and being a part of, we want you to be a part of it. Isn't that weird? I was, the feeling was weird, and it scared the fuck out of me because I had never belonged anywhere, and then all of a sudden you're telling me, oh, you belong here. I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. Slow down there. Let's slow your roll a little. What do you mean by that? You know? Um, and we can come in and we can find the fellowship, and that loneliness tends to go away. So I'm gonna wrap this up. I hope everybody has a good day. I just Nobody's here, and I think I could spend my time doing something better. So I love you all. Peace out and have a day.